Welcome to Decision Loop, the podcast from Relic Solutions, where we speak with the experts driving transformation across retail, manufacturing and consumer goods. From AI pilots at scale to data readiness, governance and the human side of automation, this show is your signal through the noise. So 95% of US companies are using Gen AI, according to Bain. But on the other hand, 90% of AI projects get stuck in experimentation phase, and that's according to McKinsey. So there's a huge amount of uptake, adoption of things like Gen AI, but they don't seem to be scaling that value. I think it seems to be that individuals are playing around with AI, but companies not scaling it enterprise wide. So I suppose my question is, really, for the benefit of those who are listening today, where is AI delivering value today?
I think one of the immediate ones that comes to my mind is coding development, right? You think about vibe coding. In fact, I have a 17-year-old at home and he's building apps using vibe coding right now. So from a developer standpoint, there is productivity for sure. Again, can I just vibe code something and deploy it into production in an enterprise scale environment? It needs to go through checks and balances, make sure that the security frameworks are in place. There is a good governance model on top of it. But at the least, what it is doing is prototyping ideas is becoming much easier, right? You got an idea, you want to mock up something. It is quite easy to do right now using the Gen AI the technology that we are talking about. So product development is one example. Customer service is another example where, even in the simple world of even Relax, I no longer go refer to product manuals and wikis and things like that. In our world, we have an agent called Rebot. I bring up Rebot and I start asking questions. It's saving me a ton of time, right? So I do believe that when somebody says that, okay, 95% number is debatable whether that many companies are using Gen AI or not, but simple things like using even ChatGPT Enterprise, okay, Anthropic, getting a license for that and using it in your company, or Copilot, one could say that one could check that box and say, yes, I'm using agentic AI, Gen AI, right? Now, that also brings this idea of, okay, should we let 10,000 flowers bloom, right? Pilots all over the place, right? You're running all these pilots and experiments and all that. What you need is a compass. What you need is a direction. Saying that, okay, these are again, it goes back to those problem statements I talked about. If you can take a methodical, thoughtful approach, then you won't be spraying stuff all over the place and then hope and pray that it sticks, right? So, which seems to be a little bit of the approach in the market right now. There is a lot of excitement around this technology, but let's throw this in 10 different directions and see what sticks, right? But at least the tangible proof points are emerging. Like I said, product coding development is an example of that.